I am going to be very circumlocucious in the way I phrase things in this video because I think it's something that's important to say, but I know enough about the venue in which I'm broadcasting to know that if I'm too explicit in what I'm saying here, bad things will happen to me, to my channel, and to you as well, because you would be prevented from receiving my my missives, my loving missives, once again. So I'm going to be, as I said, circumlocucious here. There have been a lot of videos made and seen, mostly not on YouTube, although some get in under the radar here at this venue, in which people who have received the Baj, if you don't know what I mean by the Baj, B-A-J, just think of that word backwards. People who have received the Baj, some of them have reported becoming magnetic in the place where the Baj was administered, usually on the arm. And there are a lot, as I said, if you haven't seen them already, you can probably find them on places like BitChute or other less controlled internet sources. There's a lot of it out there. People taking magnetic objects and seeing that these objects stick to their arms at the exact same place on their upper arm where they received their administration of the Baj. Now, in response to this, of course, if you go to any search engine and type in the requisite search words, all you'll get, and this is a part of the algorithmic censorship that I've spoken of a few times already here, all that you'll get over and over and over again is a bunch of official mouthpieces, be they official members of the official media or official representatives of colleges and universities or elsewhere. You get what I talked about in my last video, debunkings. Debunking after debunking after debunking. Now, the problem with debunking, as I said in that video yesterday, is if you are a debunker, if you set out to debunk something, your agenda is not truth. Your agenda is to make the side that you're against look bad at whatever cost. Because you don't set out with a critical eye to try to understand what the truth is. You set out with the notion that you're going to take a sledgehammer to these people who are promoting this thing that you don't want to see promoted. And then maybe in many cases you're being paid to see to it gets unpromoted, gets taken apart. So already in these circumstances, there is a problem for those who want to understand the truth about what's going on, and that's just unfortunately that's where we're at right now. You have official people saying, no, these people are crazy, they're nuts, there's nothing in the Baj that's magnetic, that's even remotely magnetic. That's all just a slander, it's just a lie. Okay? But why do we believe them when they say that? Why should we believe them when they say that? They can say there's nothing in there like this. How do they know what's in there? They could even show us, look, here's the chemical compound. Here are the different chemical compounds that one finds in the Baj. How do we trust their account of what they say is in there and what they say is not in there? We can't. Not if you have a truly critical eye, not if you're an actual critical thinker, which of course they're trying to encourage you not to be these days. There was even a New York Times article which recommended that you not exercise critical thinking these days, that you simply believe what you're told by reputable sources, and they will tell you who's reputable and who isn't. So how do we know? We don't. Now, I'm not claiming one thing or the other on this controversy. I'm not saying I believe that the explanation for what's in these curious cases of things sticking to people's arms as if they were magnetic at that very spot on their arm. I'm not claiming to know that this is anything, one way or the other. I don't have enough information to be able to come up with a conclusion that I can feel comfortable saying, here it is. This is the truth. This is what I think is going on here. So I'm completely agnostic about the question, but I do very much resent the way in which all of the official sources, every single one of the official sources, again, type in the requisite search words in the search engine, and all that you have are things are being so tightly controlled right now. There is no freedom of inquiry. There is no quarter being given to those who are arguing for something different from what the state and corporate authorities want you to believe. No quarter is given to them at all, except in certain, out of the way places that are not at this point controlled, or in any case are less controlled venues, like BitChute et al. But I find the most egregious when I actually knew what I was in for. I'm not a dummy. I know what's going on right now, and that's why I generally try to avoid getting in the middle of these kinds of things, because I know the current set of circumstances. I know the way things are set up right now. But I wanted to see what some of them were actually saying, so I held my nose, as it were, and typed in those words in the search engine. You can probably come up with the words that I typed in the search engine on your own. I'm not going to say them here. But the most egregious one is there was some really obnoxious, condescending professor of science who was located at all places at McGill University. McGill University. Now, those who know something about MK Ultra, and MK Ultra is not disputed. This is not just a conspiracy theory. This is something that has been acknowledged as factual, as an actual what do we call it? Campaign, an actual project whose goal was mind control. Hence what many think MK stands for. Even though control is spelled with a C in English, it's spelled with a K in other languages such as German. So anyway, it's really hard to overlook the irony of a scientist who has a professorship at McGill University, where all kinds of despicable human experimentation took place. And he's out there on his high horse talking about these idiots who believe that the Baj is making people magnetic. You know, it stands out like a sore thumb. It's either maybe a deliberate provocation, you know, or it may be undeliberate. It might just be somebody unironically asserting his authority, asserting his humanity, while at the same time working for an institution that helped to promote some of the most despicable anti-human activities ever perpetrated upon humans. So if you don't know what I mean, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I encourage you to look up MK Ultra, McGill University, and I think you won't be misdirected. I think you'll actually get to the source there. I don't think that's another loophole they haven't quite closed yet. I don't believe, because it's a little more obscure. But anyway, that's just something I had to make a note of. And if you go, I'm not going to link to this guy's article, because I don't want to give him any more oxygen than he's already getting. But if you type in those requisite terms in a search engine, you will, I imagine, come across that site, and you can see for yourself. It's really something. Really something. It's like somebody, it's like these. It'd be like these crazy, stupid people said so and so, who worked for Dr. Mengele. It's really the same kind of thing. It's unbelievable. So anyway, let me know your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. My name's Andy Nowicki. Check out my work at altrightnovelist.com. My latest book, The Insurrectionist, can be purchased at terrorhousepress.com.